the last panel of the day, the last panel of the World Football Summit Europe 2023. Incredible, right? The last 2 days have been absolutely brilliant. But yesterday, we had a fantastic roundtable that shone a light on how player insights are instrumental in modeling the future of football. Now, today we have the immense pleasure once more to be able to take this one step further by actually putting this idea into practice. And in just a few moments, we're going to pick the brain of a world-renowned footballer who will share his unique perspective on what the future of the beautiful game holds. He'll share his vision of how football should evolve, how to foster inclusivity and diversity, plus enlighten us with ways in which an unforgettable fan experience can be created. So last but certainly not least, and in partnership with Sevilla FC, in bringing us home after 2 magnificent days of conversations here, please give it up once more for our final speakers of the World Football Summit Europe 2023, Ivan Rakitic, world-class footballer at Sevilla FC, and Georgina Leger.
Well, hello, good afternoon. It's not evening yet. Good afternoon, Ivan. Thank you so much for joining us and making the time today to have this talk, especially after a game yesterday, so welcome.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
We'll be talking about how are you seeing sports next stage, envisioning the vision that you have for football and for the upcoming years. But for the first question, I want to go back to when you were a kid. So, did football, the football that you're living in today, live up to those expectations that you had when you were a child?
First of all, good afternoon. For me, it's really a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I think what we really have to try is to go all together in the same direction. I think that we can understand that football is maybe the most important sport we have, and we know that we can do many things really well if we go in the same direction. And I think to understand what is the same direction, it's yeah, just to know that yeah, we need a special show. We need many details. So I think when I start playing football, even maybe 20 years ago, it changed a lot. And I'm sure that also in the next 20 years it will be again. We will have many changes. But I think that we have to understand that we have to go in the same direction to explain all the people they really like football, what really happened behind also, and in that way I think yeah, we will and we have to enjoy a lot.
What is this biggest evolution that you've seen since you started playing football in the 2000s?
I think there are many changes. So I think even we change every year a lot. Even now, I think some years ago it was impossible to show to the football fans what really happened in the dressing room. And today it's really normal to have a cameraman in your dressing room, to have to speak with the press in your dressing room. And I think this is the biggest changes we really feel. But I think we have to go on, we have to move on, and the people, they need to know what happened in the dressing room, because not everything happened on the pitch. There are many details behind, so we have to understand that, but these are the biggest changes.
So you think overall the football players understand it, or they are not quite there yet?
Even sometimes you don't have to understand it, so you have to accept it. So I can understand there are many different opinions. Of course, it's not easy if somebody comes to your territory and to say, so I have to be next to you. You have to take care many times, and I think the hardest part is maybe to have to speak or after the games, you know. So you're still in the game. Sometimes the control is sometimes a bit hard, but that's why we are 25 guys with a big staff behind. So if somebody get out of the role, so they are helpful too. But yeah, just sometimes you don't have to understand. If not, you have to accept it.
You're talking about this media attention and the focus that is on the players, but would you say this is this biggest evolution, or is it more like in technology or the data or performance?
No, I think the big part, of course, it's in the technology. I think all the news we have, or all the information we have. I can remember when I start playing, you play against the other team, you know what you really know. If there is maybe a friend playing in the other team or something. But now really we take all the information from all players, all videos, where he's born, what he's doing in the free time. So they get a big evolution, and I think it's also necessary. So we want to be professional at 100%. So you have to know if this player he likes to strike with the right foot, left foot. He's searching one thing or the other part, and there are all these details so important. Our analysts in the club, they are working, I think, 18 or 19 hours per day. I get yesterday in the morning big information per mail with all the details about the other team, all the players, all the history. So I think this is really important for us, of course.
It's homework.
You have to be ready, to say it like this. So in the siesta, sometimes you need maybe half an hour more.
You need to study for the exam. We've all been there.
You have to be ready.
The technology in-game, of course, is growing. We have the VAR, goal line technology. How do you feel about the use of it in modern football?
I think what I really would like to have it, it's to go in the same way. The same way, it's I think that we can't feel difference between playing a La Liga game or a Champions League game. I think this communication or this work together have to be maybe a bit closer, because many times in our league games it's a different understanding of this technology. I think all what we really want to do is to help the game, no? To be really clear, and I think there the VR or also the goal technology we have. It's really important, but I think sometimes this communication could be a bit better, because we can't stop the game too much. I think it has to be really fast, and then I think in the next years there's a part where we really can do better.
For example, how would you feel? You want fast decisions, but what would happen if we didn't have referees and it would be a machine?
Of course, I can understand. That's why maybe the football, what we had before, was a bit more emotional. To say, I do mistakes playing, the referee have to do also his mistakes or his understanding of the situation. And there's sometimes this emotional part. What I had some days ago, I scored a goal, it was happy, everything, and then after 3 minutes you say,
I have to say.
no, go back again.
I wish it was given, because it would have been one of the best of the seasons for sure.
So if there we can take this decision after maybe 20 or 30 seconds, much better, to still go in rim and don't have to wait maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I can understand this has really centimeters, and we are looking for to be perfect in everything. But this, I think, is a part where we can a bit grow on.
If you could implement a new technology, have you ever thought of something like this wouldn't happen if we had?
I don't know if there are still something what we really can do, because maybe finally it will be a different sport. So I think what we really love in the football world is to have this emotion, or to have these special moments. So I can understand, and I think there the football world did an amazing improvement with the VAR. But sometimes this emotion we really need it, like we had it maybe before. But that's why we have to work together. I think also this opinion from the players, it's also very, very important how we can do it better, or how we can do it or use it in a perfect way. But yeah, something more to add. I think it's a bit difficult. So there are already so many cameras everywhere. And I think it's okay like this, just to improve some things, and it will be amazing.
Technology is not only on the pitch, it's also outside. I mean, hyperbaric chambers, so much goes on in recovery, especially, of course, at the top teams. The other day I saw a video of Vinicius running in some kind of treadmill underwater. What is something that has blown your mind? Like when you were told about it, you were like, is this possible?
Yeah, but this is when we say that we try to be perfect or at 100%, it's because all these details behind or out of the stadium are so important. So when there are some injuries or some details where you can improve, so you have to need it. They are there to help. So if you can do these runs in the water, if you can have an amazing gym, of course you need also the other part, the human part. They can really show you how to use it. But we need everything, and that's why these events are so important, just to show what they really are, or what you really can use it. So for all that, this is really very important, and we needed everything. I can understand that there are teams they have the possibility to use more or not so much, a bit less, but all we can do, it's really important, and we need it. Yes.
What is the biggest change that you've had in your routines? Like, is it diet? Is it the way you train? Is it the homework that you take home after training sessions with all the data?
I think the most important part is it's a bit the age, because sometimes now with 35, the small details are sometimes more important when I was 20 years old. Also the body, it's different, but if I could have the head I have today, maybe 15 years ago, of course I did many things different. I think it's quite normal. But finally I think that we can't forget to enjoy football. So I get up every morning and so happy to say, let's go to the Ciudad Deportiva to have my training session, to be there with my teammates and just enjoying football. I think this is the most important part. Of course, we need a special diet. You have to take care about your body. You have to do a special work also by side. It's not only the 1 hour or 1 hour 20 minutes on the pitch. There are many more minutes outside. But I think the biggest part is just to be happy, to enjoy, to say this is what I really want to do. And then, of course, we also in our club we have all the details we really need. They care about us for everything. So you just have to be ready in your mind to say it's everything done to be at the weekend at 100%. And sometimes there are also hard moments to say, I have to do it again. Yes, you have to do it again. And yeah, but that's why I think the age is very important sometimes.
All these details, player care, make that 35 are the new 25. So it's going to be lasting longer. Let's go back to the game, because we've talked about the technology like that we are already seeing in the games. And you also mentioned how you don't sometimes need to understand cameras and stuff just to agree with it, because it's just what it is. So what would happen if we mix this media attention with the game? Like, how would you feel about playing with a mic on, for example?
I tried some weeks ago to play with a cam, with a body cam, you know, and already there it was hard to say it like this. I think also to have a mic on. I think that's why there are many emotions during a game, and maybe the mic is not the best. The best friend in that moment, or it will be quite difficult. I can understand that. I saw some different leagues, they already have this communication.
The referees, yeah.
Yes, the refs and everything. I think, yeah, all we can do to improve the game, we have to do it. Of course, I think sometimes we also have to try something to really know what will be the reaction after that, you know. But sometimes when there are changes for us players, it's a bit hard to understand it because you say, but this is my territory. I want to be the owner of that part. But we have to understand that this will be changed for sure. And yeah, just if you go in this same direction, how I told you before, understanding some details, but all the time with this interaction all together. Why not? Let's try. And if the direction is good, why not? If not, let's change it again.
But when you're watching a game at home, wouldn't you like to hear what they are saying?
It depends of the situation. That's why
Okay.
sometimes maybe for my kids it's better to don't hear.
Okay, yeah, of course.
But yeah, all the information we can give, I think the show must go on, no? So you have to know that you have to present different things, and sometimes you have to change the model to don't get bored, or the people will say, let's do something different, or let's see something different than football. No, we need the people in football, and all we can do from our part, the players for sure will do it.
Do you ever talk with your teammates or friends, family about how little changes, fixes in football, like maybe reducing the amount of minutes that are played instead of increasing the injury time or stuff like that, could improve to giving the fans a better experience also in watching the games?
I think finally even the fans, when they saw that the extra time is maybe 8 or 10 minutes, they say, it's not 90 minutes. It's after finally 105, 115, or what happened. And I think there we have to understand that it's not like maybe in futsal that you have watch the ball is out, you stop the watch. So I think that we have to understand there are small details. Even if you are winning the game, it's normal that you will not run to take a corner kick, for example. So you get easy. But I think this is also part of the game. So we can't add for everything 1 minute more, 1 minute more. Of course, we have to control that, but for that we have the refs. So if he takes too many times, so it's a yellow card and that's it. But let's move on, let's go on. And that's why also the idea before of the VR, all the time we stop the game, it's not good for us, it's not good for the show, it's not good for the fans, for nobody. That's why you have to go on, and when there's a big rim and we did it well, it will be much better for all of us.
You are obviously very aware and conscious of the industry of football. You have a very logical thinking in everything you say. Do you think players in general do have this sense? What can the industry do to help the players maybe understand it better?
I think that we really get everything to be ready. So it's really amazing also today again to see in this World Football Summit what you really have just to play football, just to be in the weekend at 100%. So sometimes you say this is unreal what really happened behind, or how many people are doing so amazing work that the players can be ready for the game. But there is this part of the show, you know. So there we get the fans closer, because I think all the people they do that because they really love football. They want to be part of the game, and there I think it's a part to enjoy all together and improve our game and our rim.
We hope, or at least I hope, that we can still enjoy you playing for more years. But obviously, have you thought about what are your goals once the football career is over?
So yeah, I hope to. So first of all,
Yeah.
no, I'm really happy, really proud.
35 is the new 25.
I think some weeks ago Djokovic told it. So
Yes.
and he's maybe
Great example.
the greatest one. So let's go with him. No, I think when you're happy, when you're enjoying, and even when you feel still important in the team, so let's go on. I think for me and for all my teammates, there are no better thing to say in the morning. Let's go to play football, to be on the pitch. This is what I really want. So hopefully to have more years on the pitch, but also getting ready for the next steps. That's why I did my study, the football management, and just thinking about what happened after the career, but never stop enjoying, because the best part of it, it's on the pitch.
What advice would you give to a young football player?
I think for me, the biggest part is to be happy. I think that's why I have to be the same young guy when I start playing in Switzerland with 4 or 5 years in the school. So it's now 30 years later. It's the same. It's 1 ball, 2 goals, 2 teams, and enjoying football. Really be happy. Be happy. Enjoy with your friends every moment, and because the pressure, it will come alone during the career. So you will have better times and also not so good. But I think if you're happy and if you try to do it at 100%, the result will come for sure. So let's just enjoy football.
Just have 2 more questions for you. We've been talking about a lot of things, the technology, the changes, the evolution that the sports and more specifically football industry has had. What do you think is something that is still missing today in football?
It's I think difficult to say, because I think that already now we get in so many small details. That's why I think years back it was just let's go to the stadium and watch the game. And today also I think this is the pre-game and the post-game. It's so many small details, you know. What we really like to show the world or from the players, it's what they are behind. It's not only to say I have to arrive this Saturday well for the game. No, this is during the week there are many time of work, many small details. What I say when the people say to me, yeah, but you train only 1 hour, 1 hour 15, and you finish. No, there are more work in the gym with the people. They prepare the game with the analysis and all that. And I think finally, what we really need is to show it better to the football fans, and that's why the technology is so important, just to show it better what really happened behind the scenes.
So in 1 word, what would you say is the football you want? 1. Think about it.
I don't know if one.
The football I want is.
I don't know if 1 word is amazing.
No, you can say more.
It's
Just
hard.
kidding.
You just say, let's say, I don't know. Now you get it. Let's say to be a big show. Big show, because I think it's a big entertainment. You can do with so easy things. So many people are really happy. This emotional part is so important for many people. They are just waiting for to see her game, her team playing. So this is, I think, what we really need, and that's why we are so appreciated when we see so many people in the stadiums. And this emotion is something what we really work for it.
We still have a lot of years, I'm sure, of football from you still to enjoy, and I think you're going to have a brilliant career after that as well with this way of thinking. Thank you so much for joining us today at the World Football Summit.
Thank you so
Big
much.
applause for Ivan Rakitic. Summer's coming up.
Thank you very much. Don't go anywhere. We want to take a family photo. So I would like to invite the entire World Football Summit family out onto the stage now. And in the meantime, while everybody starts to make their way out here, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for being here for the last 2 days. We hope you had a wonderful time. We certainly did. We also want to say thank you to the entire World Football Summit family for putting on this fabulous event year after year, and to all of our partners for helping us to make this happen. We'll see you all very soon in Saudi Arabia in December. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Hasta pronto.